Hey everyone, Tony here, JP Wisco back with another video for you. So I want to show you guys something pretty special today. I've gotten my hands on a rare Jackie Robinson comic book. So you may have seen my previous video where I showed you the world's finest Batman and Superman comic with the Mickey Mantle advertisement on the back. So recently I've been kind of looking into the intersection between comics and sports, namely baseball. So without further ado, this is the cover. So this is called Jackie Robinson, Baseball Hero, True Life Story of the Famous Brooklyn Dodger. This is apparently from 1950. The copyright on the inside cover, in fact, says 1949. But it was apparently published in May of 1950 by a company called Fawcett Publications. Fawcett Publications was founded during the golden age of comic books. I think it was founded in 1939, if I remember my brief internet searches. And I believe it went defunct in the 1980s, but Fawcett was probably their best known legacy is the superhero Shazam. So there was a Shazam movie that I think came out recently. I mean, I haven't seen it. He is also known as Captain Marvel, or at least he was previously known as Captain Marvel. I think he might have been shifted to Shazam to avoid confusion with the Marvel hero that goes by the same name. So Shazam is now a DC character, but he was originally a Fawcett Comics character. So just a little aside there. So this Jackie comic book was published by Fawcett, presumably in 1950, as I said before. They made, I believe, 6 volumes, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. This volume is number 1, however, it isn't numbered. The next volume is number 2. So this is sort of alternatively called number 1 or number 0, because it lacks an actual number. So I love this back here. You gotta love Play Ball with Jackie Robinson autographed t-shirts. And then Jackie's like cheesing in this weird picture with his own merch on. But man, even in 1950, right? Gotta get that merch. So get yours now. Money orders promptly filled, postpaid. Money back guarantee. Come on, kids. These items are a hit with all my fans. So I want to share another interesting fact about this book. The story was written by a man called Charles Dexter. Now, Charles Dexter was actually a pseudonym or a kind of a pen name. So I found out that Charles Dexter's real name was Louis Levinson, and he was, in fact, a sports columnist for the New York Daily Worker, which was a Communist Party affiliated newspaper. So my guess is that he probably had this pseudonym for some of his other work, because maybe his sort of communist affiliation would probably not go over well. It wouldn't go over well now, but particularly in the early 1950s, right? So he goes by Charles Dexter in some of his other work. He collaborated on several baseball books. He either co-wrote or maybe more likely ghost wrote Jimmy Dykes' autobiography, for instance, where he goes as Charles Dexter. So this sports writer, Charles Dexter, wrote this story. Um, Real name, Lou Levinson. So I want to, being very careful, right? I don't want to, uh, open it too much. This is obviously very fragile and very old, but I'll just show you kind of what the art on the inside looks like. Very standard kind of golden age of comics art. Here is a scene where this is the scene against the Phillies. I should say the incident against the Phillies, where Jackie was being subjected to all kinds of horrendous racist remarks and things like that by the Phillies manager and players. So that, yeah, standard kind of golden age artwork. Like I said, I don't want to open it too much. There's it starts basically with, Jackie's childhood, briefly talks about how he sold newspapers and things like that. His time at UCLA. There's even, so in this part, he is asking his future wife, Rachel, out on a date. Now, I think the funny thing about this is, so he says, "May I date you tonight, Rachel?" And Rachel says, "Why, certainly, Jackie. I'll be ready at 8. I do know that Rachel Robinson herself has said that she never called Jackie Jackie. She always called him Jack. So that was, maybe a very sort of little bit of trivia there, that this comic book probably a small inaccuracy. Maybe an inconsequential inaccuracy, but so, and then, it goes through pretty much every part of Jackie's story, minor leagues with, in Montreal. I forget what the Montreal team was named, the Montreal Royals. To his call up, the scene earlier, like I said. And then on the back, you have this very cool, again, very careful here. I'm handling this like it's a Fabergé egg. You have this sort of pin-up on the inside cover. To all my fans, sincerely, Jackie Robinson. That picture, I believe, is the picture used on his 1950 Bowman card. So yeah, 1950 or 4950 Fawcett Publications, Jackie Robinson, unnumbered, number 1 in a series of 6 books. I think these were published through 1952, I believe. So from 1950 to 1952. That's what I've got for you guys today, as always. Thanks for watching. Peace.